Top of the morning to ya. I wish you a happy St. Paddy's Day. So in this episode, in celebration, I'm going to review Darby O'Gill and the Little People. The wee little people. Is this film worth the trip to the end of the rainbow? Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video. Mighty, aka Mr. FLIXTER.
Mr. FLIXTER.
Darby O'Gill and the Little People, the wee little people, was released in 1959. So, the film was conceived during Walt Disney's visit to Ireland with the Irish Folklore Commission in 1947. Immersed in Gaelic folklore for 3 months at the Dublin Library, he was enriched by tales from local traditional storytellers while he was developing the film. The title was finally settled upon during casting in 1958. This was a passion project for Walt Disney. I wouldn't say it was one of his babies per se, but there's no doubt his heart was in it. Written by Lawrence Edward Watkin, the script is a tapestry of Irish wit and fantasy, brilliantly woven together with threads of romanticism and jubilation. Drawn upon consultations with Dr. Darby and Dr. O'Sullivan from the Irish Folklore Commission, Watkin captured the essence of Irish storytelling, encapsulating the spirit of the land through its tales of whimsy. Fun fact: this movie is inspired by Hermione Templeton Kavanagh's 1903 book, Darby O'Gill and the Good People. Her titular character appeared in her other works, including Ashes of Old Wishes and other Darby O'Gill tales. In the film, there's a scene where King Brian goes to his underground kingdom, and he proudly displays treasures from Irish mythology, including the throne of Fergus MacLeod, the gold cup of King Cormac MacArt. The harp is mentioned in Thomas More's poem that once played at Terrace Hall, and the legendary sword of Brimboru. So, as Darby finds himself drawn to the mountaintop, well, he's not in pursuit of an ordinary horse, but rather, it's the elusive Puka, a mischievous Irish goblin-like creature that embodies good fortune as effortlessly as it conjures chaos. Also, in Irish folklore, the Banshee is a ghostly harbinger of death, who appears twice at the window of the afflicted, combing her hair. Her third appearance brings the touch of death. When the Banshee appears in the film, although it's difficult to see, if you look closely, she is indeed combing her hair. Details like that I really appreciate. Lastly, the script includes the Costa Bower, or the Death Coach, which is driven by the Doulahan, or the Headless Horseman, who appears to herald someone's death. I forgot to mention, this movie gets dark. It's a borderline horror movie, if you ask me. Borderline. It does have some scary imagery. Each artifact and mystical being shimmers with history and wonderment. Whimsy. Telling a story of ancient kings, warriors, and supernatural life forms alike. So, director Robert Stevenson brings this tale to life with stunning visuals. Despite the film being entirely in California at Walt Disney Studios in Burbank, the film is vicariously infused with the essence of Ireland. Scenes burst with vibrant colors, thanks to the artistry of cinematographer Winton C. Hoch. Sorry if I butchered that. The work of renowned visual effects specialist Peter Ellenshaw still holds up today. The way they pulled off these shots is fascinating. They use miniatures in forced perspective in a time when CGI didn't exist. Most of the leprechaun effects were achieved by placing the tiny actors further away from the camera, while the average-sized actors were closer, while lining them up on the same horizontal plane through a lens so that the distance between them couldn't be detected. Fun fact, the lighting used to make sure that the actors were kept in proper perspective without seeming false used up so much electricity. It apparently blew out the substation in Burbank when the lights were turned on without warning. Camera tricks like that are pure movie magic. Even more intriguing is how they did the Banshee, Puka, and the Costa Bower. They were achieved by shooting in black and white against a black background. All three of them were entirely white. The negative was then used by being printed and enlarged and kept out of focus. It was added into the film later on using an optical printer. This kind of ingenuity is seriously lacking in movies today. The special effects techniques in the film add an authentication to the aesthetic that would have been lost if CGI was used. In modern times, if it was remade today, there's something just so charming and niche in the novelty of the way this film looks. It's awesome.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Fun fact. The lines of poetry quoted by Katie and Michael include, quote, "The hills of old Ireland, how wondrously they stand," end quote. It's from the poem The Pillar Towers of Ireland by Dennis Florence McCarthy. So, Albert Sharp plays Darby O'Gill. There's stories that Walt Disney watched him in a stage production of Finian's Rainbow. in the 1940s. By the time the casting of the film started a decade later, Disney was able to pluck him out of retirement by convincing him to take the part. The performance Sharp gives shows his conviction for the role. He's charming, witty, sagacious, and empathetic. He's got a good story arc too. This film's really short, but so much happens, and he grows so much. Why can't Hollywood do that now? Why can't they actually put thought and research what they do, instead of just going for blatant cash grabs all the time? But anyways, I digress. The all-around versatility for Sharp is masterfully crafted by a legendary, one-of-a-kind actor. Sean Connery is Michael McBride. As always, he delightfully provides his captivating allure and bravado as only he can. Fun fact, Connery's performance in this film led to his future role as the iconic James Bond, after getting the attention of Albert R. Broccoli, who in turn cast him in Dr. No in 1962. Janet Monroe is Katie O'Gill, Darby's daughter. Her pain is felt tremendously when she confronts her loved ones about their deception because her acting is faultless.
Totally.
Shielded from the world, who lashes out because she's hurt by their deceit.
Why didn't you tell me?
Your father made me promise that I wouldn't.
Jimmy O'Day plays King Brian, ruler of the leprechauns. He playfully portrays the fairy monarch, preposterous prankster, yet retains the regalness of royalty, one required. His exemplary acting range is nothing short of remarkable. No pun intended. Okay, a little bit. The wee little people. Fun fact, this movie was released on a bill with the Donald Duck cartoon, Donald Duck in Math Magic Land. On a more serious note, Connery became the last surviving cast member. He died on October 31st, 2020, at the age of 90. Winwood, who died in 1984 at the age of 101, was the longest-lived cast member. May they all rest in peace. Can we just get a moment of silence for the cast of Darby O'Gill and the little people? Thank you. So, overall, this film is certainly worth the trip to the end of the rainbow for that sweet, sweet pot of gold. And the sumptuous visuals create a glimpse of the haunting beauty of Irish legends, woven into the fabric of the narrative. My biggest issue is, while the script does offer a veritable catalog of Irish folklore, it offers little to no explanation for what certain aspects are. Without this, these wondrous characters might feel random. Therefore, their significance risks losing impact on those who aren't versed in Irish culture. Walt Disney's visionary cinematic adventure, inspired by H.T. Kavanagh's novel, still continues to captivate viewers for decades, thanks to the help of the script by Watkin, special effects by Ellen Shaw, art direction by Don DeGrady, and cinematography by Hoach, or Hawk. Again, sorry if I butchered that. It's all masterfully directed by Stevenson. Granted, it doesn't reach the fanciful heights of The Wizard of Oz. However, this rollicking, heartwarming, spirited adventure steeped in Irish culture is movie magic at its most spellbinding. This whimsical film It's not only one of Disney's best, but few films like this have withstood the test of time. And remember, there's more than enough Lucky Charms on this film's side to make a magically delicious feast for the eyes and ears. So, my official grade for Darby O'Gill and the Little People? The wee little people! Is an extra large popcorn with a pint and a floating clover on the side.
It's now a film critic extraordinaire.
Well.
Und I am Ursula, the villainous cinephile. Hi. Ursula, what do you want, baby kitty? Why should you avoid conversations with leprechauns? Oy vey, it's all small talk. I just do not give a look, baby kitty. Well, how would? I le can't take it anymore. There don't have to be a what we call about it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.
If you're a cinemaniac like me, make sure you like and subscribe for more content. Until next time,
I'll see you at the movies.
have a great day. Did you know that I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com? You can read my reviews on their website, and I make frequent appearances on their YouTube channel, HorrorBuzz Live. So I'll leave links below for that too.
I've heard enough silly blather about little people to last me a lifetime.
What kind of man are you?
The wee little people.